live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here by my brother Tim, and today we got some college football to go over. We got a full slate of college football. We got a few games picked out that we're going to be going over, and then if you guys want us to go over any baseball games, just let us know in the live chat. I'll keep reiterating that throughout the show for people who join in late. But we'll only be going over college football unless baseball games are requested. So that's the way today's show is going to work. But before we get into college football for today, we always take a look back at what happened yesterday before we get into today's slate. Yesterday started off really bad and ended off fine for baseball. I started off 0-6. This is the second time this week that I've started off 0-5 or 0-6, and then I'll rattle off a few wins at the end of the night. This last night just ended up being a 3-6 night afterwards. I started with losses on Colorado first five. Colorado money line was our best bet over on Picks and Parleys. That one cashed. My first five run line did not. Cleveland first five, Mets first five, Marlins first five run line, Dodgers first five run line, and Rays first five run line all went on to lose. But St. Louis first five run line and St. Louis team total over, as well as the San Francisco Giants first five run line, all coming in good for me. So overall, can't complain there. So 3-6. I mean, it was still a down day. WNBA went 2-1. Hit on the overs in the Indiana game and the over in the Las Vegas game. Did not hit on Phoenix. So overall, 2-1 day there. And I once again, back-to-back days, I lost my under in college football with less than 2 minutes to go. So, and I got a good line on it. I would make that bet again, under 70, if I got that line again. So I had one of the best numbers out there, and it is what it is. It happens. Just because you get the best of the number doesn't mean you're going to cash your ticket every single time. You just got to learn to try to beat the number, and eventually your results are going to be better over the long term. So, overall yesterday, slight down day for me. What about you, Tim?
Yeah, it was a slight down day for me as well. Not a big deal. I've had a couple of decent days in a row. So got the loss from Cleveland. I figured that would be a good dog to try to go after, and Kluber threw a really good game. It happens. Colorado Rockies, man, that was a roller coaster of a game. It started off 2-0, 2-2. Nationals scored 4 in the bottom of the fourth. Rockies tied it up in the Rockies scored 2 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth to take a 7-6 lead. Nationals took a 8-7 lead in the bottom of the eighth, just for the Rockies to take back the lead 9-8 and finish off the game in the ninth. That was our best bet. Nice little cash there. I had the Blue Jays run line. They just started off horribly by going down 6-2 in the third inning, so not really there. I did get the under in that Dodgers game, which was nice. And then I got the win from Seattle. And that Giants game was looking good for a while until Travis d'Arnaud hits a 3-run shot with 1 out on the top of the ninth. And then all of a sudden I'm just like, well, there goes my bet. That caused us to have a little bit of a negative premium day as well. Our premium plays went 1-2 in baseball, 2-1 in WNBA, and we missed out on our under in that football game. So unfortunately, wasn't that good of a day yesterday, but we've got a full slate of college football games. We've got 7 games we're going to go and look over today. Once again, if you guys have any requests for any baseball games or any other college football games, leave them in the chat, and we'll go ahead and go over all that stuff. We'll go ahead and look at the chat real quick. Saludos, guys. Welcome, Jason. Good day, mates. Let's rock the Vegas boat and the sink. That boy, whoop that trick. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Let's cash on this full slate on college football. Let's get it. Almost English. Let's go. A few updates in baseball last night. It's not a big deal. Not hung up on it. Live on to today.
Exactly. Well, we're going to kick it on off with the first game here. We have Coastal Carolina at the Buffalo Bulls in this one. Coastal Carolina 13.5, now 14-point favorites in this game. We're getting a run back of a plus 485 on Buffalo. Total of 57 in this game. And where are you going to start it off here with this game, Tim?
Yeah, I'll say Coastal Carolina has looked really good to start the year. Trying to pull up, the stats and everything for them. Here we go. Coastal. There we go. 2-0 start for the Coastal Carolina season. I think they've covered in both games. They won 52-14 week 1 against Citadel, 49-22 week 2 against Kansas. Now they get Buffalo. Buffalo is 1-1 this year. They had a 69-7 win against Wagner, and then they did absolutely nothing against a bad Nebraska team, losing 28-3 in that game. We're going Coastal Carolina in this game, minus the 13.5, 14, wherever you can get it. They're going to roll over. Buffalo's not a good team. Coastal's going to be a top contender team this year. I think that they could possibly make the top 10 if they run the table. So Coastal Carolina is the play for this one. I really like that side. I would take them up to a minus 20 in this game, I feel. So Coastal Carolina, minus 13.5 in this game.
Yeah, there's a game that they should be able to take care of business in this one.
Oh, on ticket numbers. Sorry. 69% of the tickets, 88% of the money is on Coastal Carolina. It's opened up at a 10. Now it's at 13.5, 14, which means all the sharp money's on Coastal. It's where the lines are going. I like it. We're going Coastal. And
when we bet it was 75% tickets, 91% of money on Coastal. And I think that's just a Coastal spot where you wanted to bet this earlier. The earlier you bet this, the better, because that's when you got the better line. Yeah, I don't really think the 3.5 is really going to make a big difference, though. Thoughts on MSU plus 6.5? We actually so each week when we go and look through the games, me and Nick write down about 20 games that we like. We end up putting up 15. Michigan State plus 6 was one that we had written down, but did not make our final cut of premium plays. So some of these plays all these plays are part of our premiums. So we give out a couple of them. But MSU plus 6.5 was one that we were looking at. Let's see if I could find the number. Yep. 64% of the tickets, 79% of the money, and it's gone from a 7-point game to a 6.5. So a little bit into Michigan State's favorite. So yeah, it would be a Michigan State or nothing game for that one, but we didn't personally get to that one. Warren Bros, let's make some money today. Let's get it. Let's get it. We'll go ahead and move on. Yeah, we have the Nevada Wolfpack taking on the KSU Wildcats in this one. The Wildcats in this, trying to find the game here. There we go. Minus 1.5 are Nevada now. Plus 107 run back here on Kansas State. Total of 51.5. Looking at this game, I'm trying to find how far. Too far down there.
It's going to be at 2 o'clock.
Yep, there it is. Right now, 62% of the money, our tickets, 76% of the money is on Kansas State. When we did bet this game, it was 63% and 78%, or 73% of the cash, or 63% of cash, 78% of the tickets on K-State, and that's where we're going for this one here. I like the home dog in this game. Heading into Kansas State, it's a tough place to go play on the road. Nevada is a good team. Don't get me wrong. They are going to have some success in, I want to say, the Mountain West this year. And this is definitely a Nevada team that shouldn't be slept on. But I think that this is a spot where K-State should be able to win this game at home. Looking at what these two teams have done, they're both 2-0 heading into this game. Nevada beat Idaho State 49-10, and they beat Cal week 1 22-17. K-State, they beat Stanford 24-7 in week 1, and they beat Southern Illinois 31-23 in week 2. I see this as a nice little spot at home for Kansas State. That's where we're going with this one. Straight up, plus 107, Kansas State against Nevada.
Yeah, I like it. Let's do it. We'll go ahead, go back over to the chat for a minute. Thoughts over Brewers game?
It would be an over or nothing in this game. Cubs have gone over in 4. Oh, wait, no. I have it written down different here. Different game. That was my notes from yesterday's game. No.
Cubbies 5-5 their last 10 over under, 6-4 over under for their last 10 for the Brewers. It's Corbin Burns and Justin Steele. Honestly, I think the Brewers could probably get over by themselves. Corbin Burns, I think, can get hit up for a couple of runs. Looking at it, I mean, he had a really good. Oh yeah, he was part of his. You know what? He was part of his no-hitter last time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it could be a possible over spot because normally if a pitcher goes no-hitter, honestly, it was only through 8 innings. So I don't know what we can really take from that. It leaned towards the over. I would not take the Cubbies. If we look at Corbin Burns in his last 10 starts, the Milwaukee Brewers are 10-0 in his last 10 starts. So I would not recommend to fade them and go Cubs today, but I do like the over.
Yeah.
Braves, Giants, under 8.
Yeah, for this game, that would be a over or nothing for me. When it comes to the total, Giants have gone over in 7 of their last 10 games and 3 in a row. So no under in that game.
There you go. All right, yeah, we do have 7 games to go over for college football, so this may be a little bit of a shorter stream because Saturdays are normally pretty busy. Try to get all of our stuff out, and then we got some other behind-the-scenes stuff to do today. So we'll go ahead and move on.
Yeah, we'll move on here. Georgia Tech is at Clemson in this game. Georgia Tech or Clemson now a 27-point favorite. This line continues to drop here. Plus 1,500 run back on these Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Total of 52.5 in this game. And where are we looking at, Tim?
Yeah, looking at this one, we went the dog. I know it's a big spread. We went Georgia Tech plus 28 in this game. It's just a fact of this game opened up at okay. 69% of the tickets, 93% of the money are in on Clemson. But this one opened at a 30 and has moved down to a 27 in some spots, meaning some sharper money is coming in on Georgia Tech to be able to lower this line, which is telling me we really want to go after Georgia Tech in this game. I know this one could easily be 28-0 by the end of the first quarter, but we're going to go the value spot, which is going to be Georgia Tech. I think their defense can slow Clemson down just enough so that they can cover that 28-point spread. Maybe even Clemson can score. Georgia Tech can score a couple on them. So Georgia Tech plus 28 is going to be the play for this one.
All right.
Sup, guys? We don't get a supness today? I don't know.
Yeah, looking at this game, yeah, it should be an interesting one with all that reverse line movement. It's down to 27 now, so we actually beat a line movement, even though tons and tons of money is coming on Clemson. It just shows the books aren't scared of this game. So, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that works.
Moving on to our next game, we have this tiny little matchup in this is like what is this? One of those small FCS conferences, the SEC.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we have the Alabama Crimson Tide at the Florida Gators in this one. Alabama at minus 14.5 in this game, with a total of 60 in this game, 60.5 in a couple of spots. And looking at this game, 2 undefeated teams, 2-0. Alabama, they beat Mercer last week, 48-14. And they beat Miami 44-13 in week number 1. Florida has won their first 2 games, but they haven't covered, and they played really bad teams. 42-20 in last week against a South Florida team that didn't score anything against an NC State team in week number 1. That was a little bit of alarming. South Florida did cover the spread there. FAU covered the spread against them in a 35-14 loss. So Florida is 2-0. But 0-2 against the spread. And I don't think this is the game they start covering the spread. Like, this is definitely a spot where I like Florida in this game. Or I like Alabama in this game, my bad. Roll Tide for this one. Minus 14.5 is where we're going for this one. Looking at the tickets in this game. When we bet it, we're seeing – I'm trying to find it here. we were seeing 69% of the tickets, 84% of the money on Alabama. Now it is 60% of the tickets, 59% of the money on Alabama. And I think that this is a good spot for the Crimson Tide to be able to continue rolling. This is a really good Florida defense or Alabama defense, which will be able to slow down this Florida offense. I can't speak today.
No, you cannot.
So I'm expecting another type of blowout game here for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Roll Tide. Sorry, I wanted to say that. Sounds good. What's good, guys? What's good? Auburn +6. Yeah, we have them. We had them for +5. If you ready, and there it is. Auburn +5. So we agree with that one. Miami -6 against.
Yeah, I could see that. That's against Michigan State. I know we had Michigan State written down, but looking at it, it feels like the books are trying to make it look way too easy just to take Michigan State. I'm glad we stayed off that game. That feels like a trap game to me. So I think Miami should be the play there with a very public underdog in the Michigan State Spartans.
You like Cincinnati +3.5.
Well, they're -3.5. So do you still like them at that?
-3.5, and it's against Indiana.
I do think Cincinnati puts on a show today. If I had to bet that game, I would just take Cincinnati and move on. I think this is a game where they're gonna this is their game to prove that this is a for real team. And plus, this is probably the best price you're going to get on Cincinnati the rest of the season. Every single game from now on, they'll probably be more than a touchdown favorite. So, yeah, it would be a lean towards Cincinnati in that game.
Roll Tide, yes, sir. Let's get it.
Yeah, that Leach is a pick. He's from the Insiders Room Discord.
I got you. We'll go ahead and move on to the next game.
Yeah, we have Georgia Southern, I believe. Yeah, and at Arkansas. Wow, this is a struggle right now. I don't know what it is. Georgia Southern, a 23-point dog in this game, with a total of 53 in this game. Where are you looking at for this one? I'm not trying to talk anymore.
Oh, sorry. We're going Arkansas in this game. Looking at them, they're starting to really turn stuff around. They're ranked now. And looking at it, I will say, week 1 we were against them. We had Rice against them, and that was kind of a heartbreaking thing that they kind of covered this. Arkansas covered the spread with like 30 seconds left. So they had a nice win week 1, and then week 2 they dismantled Texas, won 40-21 against a 15-ranked Texas. Now Arkansas is ranked, going up against Georgia Southern, who is 1-1, with a win against Gardner-Webb and a loss against FAU. I'm not impressed with this team. I think this is another one of those games Arkansas should just roll over them and keep moving. I will say this could be a little bit of a tricky spot because it could be a possible look-ahead spot for Arkansas, because Arkansas the next 2 weeks after this gets Texas A&M and Georgia. So could be a very interesting spot there, but I think Arkansas just takes care of business and moves on. I think they win by 30+. So taking Arkansas to win this game by a wide margin, -23.5 is fine with us.
Yeah, plus this Georgia Southern team is a team that barely squeaked by Gardner-Webb, which is not a good team at all, 30-25. And this is a team that couldn't even cover 23.5 against FAU. Now they're going to cover it against Arkansas? Nope. We're going to lay the points on this one. Definitely the Razorbacks have looked very impressive so far this season, and I think that continues today.
Sounds good. We got 2 more games to go on. I know it's a little bit of a shorter show, but it's college football.
Yeah, and of course, if you guys want us to go over any other games, just let us know in the live chat, whether it be college football or whether it be baseball. If you guys want to hear some of our thoughts, just let us know. We have games picked out. That's how Saturdays are going to work. We're going to have a few games picked out to go over for college football, but the chat can ask us questions, and we'll go over some games from there. So, but this next game here, the South Carolina Gamecocks are at the Georgia Bulldogs in this game. Georgia is a 31.5 point favorite in this game, total of 47. With, get this, the team total for South Carolina being a 7.5.
Okay.
Looking at this game, this is a spot where absolutely I'm not looking to back South Carolina. I like Georgia in this game. Looking at South Carolina first, this is a team week 1. They beat Eastern Illinois 46-0. Big deal. That's a game you should absolutely kick ass in. Second game, went all the way down to the wire, and they needed a last-second field goal to beat an East Carolina team that'll be lucky to win 4 games this year. And now you're going to go and play the number 2 team in the nation. Yeah, have fun when you're going to be in the position that you put Eastern Illinois in week 1. Georgia, so far this season, beats Clemson in week number 1, 10-3, and beat UAB 56-7. Yeah, they've given up 10 points the entire season in their first 2 games, and they have looked absolutely dominant. This defense is no freaking joke, holding that Clemson offense to 3 points in week number 1. And I think that this is a spot where South Carolina, I can easily see this being a 38-0 type of game. And Georgia is going to easily cover the spread. I like Georgia. Lay the minus 31.5. I know it's a big number, but they are going to dominate versus the South Carolina Gamecocks team, which is going till last seconds with a group of 6 schools. So this is definitely a spot where the number 2 team in the nation, show them who's boss. You're in Georgia. Take care of this game. Win this game 38-0, 42-0, or something along those lines.
Yep. No, I agree with that one. And the good thing is we don't really get a look ahead spot for Georgia for next week. They get to go and play Vandy. This one should be fun. They should be able to take care of business. Now next week against Vandy, might be a little bit concerning. They go up against Arkansas the following week. Maybe a look ahead spot there. But for this one, yeah, Georgia should just absolutely take care of business against South Carolina. South Carolina's not going to be good this year. Yes, they did win last week. Yes, they won. They won both weeks, but they're against East Carolina and Eastern Illinois. So I'm not too impressed with their wins, and I think Georgia just gets the job done. Looking at some numbers for tickets, South Carolina has 72% of the tickets and 55% of the money. Yet it's only the line's getting better or is growing for Georgia, saying that sharp money is on Georgia in this matchup.
Just reverse line movement.
It's reverse line movement that we're going to be all over. And we like Georgia in this game, minus 31.5.
Sounds good. Going back to the chat here, Army minus 34 versus Arkansas. Minus 34, and Arkansas stays a live dog today against Washington.
Arkansas State. Hold on.
We have the under in that game, the Arkansas State
So that
game.
could work. That's a 17.5 point spread. Good luck on that one.
Yeah. But we will move on to the final game. Let's get money. We'll move on to the final game that we have scheduled for today. And if you guys want to hear anything else, you can let us know in the chat. We have the Auburn Tigers at the Penn State Nittany Lions. 5-point favorites are Penn State, plus 165, the run back for Auburn in this game. Total of 52 in this one. And this should be a good game. Should be a very close game. And looking at it, we were seeing when I bet it, 41% of the tickets and 47% of the money was on Auburn. So we were seeing 59 and 53. So it looks like the public money is obviously on the home favorite in this game, and that's the way it continues to be. It's 64% tickets, 65% money now. This line has started at 6.5, and even though the majority of the money in the tickets are on Penn State, this line has dropped. More reverse line movement in this game, and that's what's really leading us towards the Tigers in this matchup. I really like the Auburn in this game. I took them plus 5. I think I got personally 5.5 on this game, and I took them plus 165 on the money line. Put a half unit on it. This is my straight up dog of the week. I think I was 6-1 with these. in week number 1. I didn't have any week number 2 that I liked straight up, but I had a lot of good dogs in week number 1. So this is going to be my dog of the day, my straight up play of the dog, plus 165. I think this is definitely a spot where they can head into Penn State and get a win in this game. Looking at what these teams have done. Number 22, Auburn. Number 10, Penn State. Auburn so far this year, yeah, they haven't played great teams. Alabama State, they beat 62-0, and Akron, the Zips, they beat 60-10. Now they head into Penn State. Penn State did play Ball State last week. They won 44-13, took care of business there, and they did beat Wisconsin, 12 ranked overall in Wisconsin in week number 1, 16-10. So this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a closer game than people think. And I like Auburn to get the upset in this game, plus 165 and plus 5, 5.5, 6, whatever you can get at it. I like the Auburn Tigers in this game.
Yeah, I'm all over it. I just think I know Auburn hasn't really played that much of competition, but with the 2 games they did play, they've allowed 10. They've outscored their opponents 122-10 this year. I think that's a really solid spot there. Penn State, they kind of struggled through that Wisconsin win. They got the win nonetheless. They're underdogs anyway. Ball State, they did cover. So both teams looking good coming into this. I just think Auburn, with that SEC experience, is going to be able to really get the edge on Penn State today. And we're going, Auburn plus 5 is our play for this one. I don't mind the money line as well, but I'm on Auburn.
Sounds good. But that's all the games we had scheduled for today. If you guys want us to go over any games, you can let us know in the live chat. But we'll go over a little bit of a recap and housekeeping. And then if you guys have any games, we'll go over that. So, Tim?
Sounds good. We got some housekeeping, yes. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We're getting close to 1,200 subscribers. We're at 1,187, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Share us out. Help us grow. Also, check out all the links in the description. First 5 of them between our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and Facebook group. For every 100 followers / members of those social medias, me and Nick will be doing a 7-day premium play giveaway on all those. Kind of a little thank you there for helping us grow all of our socials. Also, linked down below is the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel and our premium plays over on Picks and Parleys. We normally don't mention this a lot. Picksandparleys.net /game time. Links down to that is in the description. We'll give you 50% off our 7-day package. Use the code PUNT. You can get our 7-day for $71, which is about $10 a day. And me and Nick have 15 games, so this is 7 of them. We have another 8 up there for college football today, along with we're going to have 5 for tomorrow's NFL during the day and 1 for tomorrow's Sunday night game, plus the last day of WNBA's tomorrow. Eventually, next month, we'll have NBA, NHL, college basketball. We're going to eventually, starting some of these days coming late October, November, December, there could be some days where me and Nick have 30 plays up on Picks and Parleys those days. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have a lot of action going on. And go ahead and check all those links in the description.
Absolutely. What do y'all think of Michigan State plus 6.5? It was one of those plays where we had it written down, but I feel like this line was a little bit of a trap potentially for this game, because I feel like this is making it look a little bit too easy just to back the Spartans in this matchup against a Miami team that got blown out week number 1, granted, against Alabama, and then barely squeaked by App State, which App State's going to be a decent team as well. So I feel like we just didn't get to it. We had Michigan State plus 6.5, 6 written down as a play that we potentially liked. It just didn't reach our last 15 that we wanted to go with. So we would lean that way, but we didn't bet it.
Yeah, didn't get to really bet that. It's just not a big deal. You don't have to bet everything.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's going to just about wrap it up for this show. Anything else you want to go over before we head on out here, Tim?
Not really. I just threw our links to our Twitter and our Instagram in the chat if you guys are interested in following us over there. So Wilhelmina, Kent State, and Iowa. This one game that we liked. And the Big Ten that we liked in this game, I believe, was the over.
Yeah, we like over 55 in this game. When we bet it, we were seeing 41% of the tickets or 59% of the tickets were on the under, but 73% of the money was on the over, which is showing us some sharp money is on the over in this game between Kent State and Iowa. So that's where we're going for this one, over 55 in this game.
And it's still the same way now, so we like it. That should be pretty much it, Nick, right?
Yeah, it should be just about wrapping it up.
I know it's a short show. Saturdays will probably be a little bit shorter shows until we start getting other stuff as well. So just stay tuned for that stuff. Eventually, shows will be close to 2 hours long when we have NBA, NHL, NFL, all that stuff. So short show today. Got some behind-the-scenes stuff to do. But, that should wrap it up for today's stream. Nick, go ahead and finish it on out for today.
Yeah, that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here on ESB, which is every single morning, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching, and good luck.
See you.